Swadika, this is your host Kusumayo Thaswat and welcome to Thailand Today. Thailand was the second largest rice exporter in the world with total value worth of 5.4 billion US dollars with 22.1% market share during 2014. Exporters have the decades fought for markets by introducing comparative pricing scheme. Rice has again become a focus of international attention in the light of the stories about arsenal level through no evidence has emerged of any danger from the naturally produced arsenic in rice. Thailand Today is pleased to welcome Mr. Pisan Pongsapit, Deputy Secretary General, National Bureau of Agricultural Commodity and Food Standards, who is among the informed sources who can tell us whether Thai rice is safe from arsenic. Please welcome to Mr. Pisan Pongsapit, Deputy Secretary General, National Bureau of Agricultural Commodity and Food Standards. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Welcome to Thailand Today, sir. Right today we are sitting right in front of a variety of rice here. And so I want to ask you, are we still stand on the second world largest exporter?
Of rice?
Yes, sir.
We used to be the largest exporter of rice for almost 20 years. Just during 2-3 years ago that we have some problem on export. So we dropped down to the second or some year on the third. But I think now probably next year we probably go back to the first largest rice exporter because we produce about 20 million tons of rice and we consume half of them and then export about 10 million normally.
Presently, the amount.
Yeah.
Presently we produce. So what is the reason you are so sure that we are going to come up as a champion again?
Because I guess from the history that we are the champion for more than 20 years.
Why
then
not?
Just only some our trade policy and political policy that we stop rice and cannot export much for 2-3 years. Then after that problem, then I think we back to the normal situation and then we're going to be the champion. But the government policy is not really that we want to be the champion on the amount, but we would be the champion for the value of the rice.
The value means the quality.
The quality, the price.
Very good, very good. So it's very competitive for that. Now the problem that we were facing, I use the word was, I don't know, but that was the past or what? Or what about the present? So before going into the arsenic problem with us, so what is actually, maybe many people do not know what is the arsenic. So what is the arsenic and why is so created such a big fuss for that?
Yes. So arsenic in Thai name, Thai people call them san nu.
San nu, yes.
Yes, but we have known arsenic for like 100 years.
Yes.
It's contaminated in something, some food, some water. But just recently, 3-4 years ago, that there are the issue that there is the contamination of arsenic in rice, and people just scared that rice is the main food. So if arsenic contamination in rice, there will be the problem for us. Then we just take a look on arsenic. So I'm going to explain what is arsenic.
Yes, sir.
Arsenic is toxic substance occur naturally in the earth and under the ground of the earth, and so it was found everywhere in the soil, in the underground water or surface water. But particularly, it was found in the high amount in some area like a volcanic area.
Eruption area.
Yeah, and or the mining
Yes.
area.
Yes, sir.
And fortunately for, I can say it's lucky for Thailand that we don't have a
Volcanic area.
volcano
Yeah.
area in Thailand
Yes.
that's still active now. And we also don't have many mines that's still operating in Thailand.
Not much.
Not much
Not
compared
many
to
of
other
them, yes.
countries. So according to this, the arsenic in the soil in Thailand is found low compared to other countries. This is the case. Then when arsenic contaminate in the soil deep down under the ground, and when the volcano erupted, then it take arsenic up to the surface of the ground, so it's contaminated to the soil, to the water. And then when we grow plant, grow food, grow rice, then the rice uptake arsenic from soil or from water into the plant and up to the grain.
So not only the rice, but any other kind of vegetable or the vegetative to be contaminated, potentially contaminated for that.
Yes, we found arsenic in some kind of food, especially from seafood, like seaweed, fish, fishery product, and also some plant like fruit and vegetable and mushroom. But rice was found arsenic a little bit higher than other plants because of when we grow rice, we grow in the flooded condition.
Yes.
Then the water may contaminate by arsenic, and the rice uptake arsenic from the water into the root system.
I wonder, because what did you do with the mouse? This is sad. I mean, people tend to, including me, we had the tendency to believe it's originated by the mice and the mouses.
So chemically, arsenic can be identified into two types of arsenic.
Yes, sir.
One type is, we call it inorganic arsenic. The other type is organic arsenic. In every area is contained two types in different ratio, but the toxic type is inorganic arsenic. The organic is very much lower toxic.
Yes.
So we are concerned on inorganic arsenic. And in different kind of food and different kind of growing area, the ratio of inorganic to organic is quite different. Like for example, for rice, in some area we can find as low as 20-30% of inorganic arsenic. In some area it's what found as high as 80-90%. So if the ratio of inorganic arsenic is high, then it's a problem. In Thai rice, it's quite medium. We found inorganic arsenic around 50%.
But the problem of the soil problem, which is spreading everywhere, it's so difficult to cope with. Do you think so, sir? Because it's just natural.
Yeah.
But how could you do it?
So first, we need to know that everywhere arsenic can be found in the soil, in the low level.
Right.
We take the soil sample to the laboratory, and every time we can find arsenic in the soil, and we take rice sample to the laboratory, and most of the sample also can contaminate by arsenic. But the issue is that how high of the contamination. If it's low contamination, it should be okay. If high contamination, it will be the problem.
The mud, the soil, the problem is universally, I think. So any other country also facing the same problem with us?
Yes, every country have the same problem, and every country need to analyze their rice and know the data. But not many countries do that.
Why not? They don't want to solve the problem? Or?
It's maybe the problem of the laboratory analysis. They have to invest the equipment and have to train the analysts on this, and it needs quite a lot of money to invest. So at this moment, just only about 10 countries got this data of inorganic arsenic in rice, including Thailand.
So before we move on to how to cope with it deeper than that, so what are the symptoms of the arsenic poisoning when people get exposed to it or eating it?
The symptom can be two types, the acute and the chronic. For acute, it's not quite often occur because we need to get arsenic into the body at a very high level. So if we accidentally get it, because it's not normally by eating food or drinking water, if we accidentally get it into the body, then the symptom can be something like a headache, abdominal pain, or vomiting. And if it's very, very high, then it can get to death of the people, but not easily. But for chronic, it can be occur like if we get arsenic into the body every day at a low level, then after 5 years, 10 years, then
accumulated.
In that area, and they got sick from that. But just only that area that we have evidence in the history.
We do talk more about the rice and the vegetable being contaminated by arsenic. How about water? Like you said just now, that water also part of it. So they also have to investigate the water, bottling bottle that it be distributing, selling in the market.
That is no problem. No evidence of problem of drinking water like bottled water or the municipal water. No
the tap
problem.
water.
Just only the groundwater in only some specific area that we found contamination.
Very interesting. So does Thailand has regulations to control these arsenic contamination to our food?
Yes. I can show you the data, quite technical.
Okay.
So for this, but in the past or currently, most of the countries set up the standard for arsenic, just only for the total arsenic. I mean the inorganic plus organic arsenic, including Thailand. So under the Food Act of Ministry of Public Health, they set the standard for arsenic. This is Thailand. They set it at the level of 2 milligram per kilogram.
Should not be more than this.
Yeah, it should not be more than 2 milligram of arsenic in like 1 kilogram of food.
You mean that to the smaller level, it can be consumed?
Yeah,
or 1 to 2, it can be consumed. Okay. So when we talk about these charges, you can see the table like this. This is being discussed about among the members countries, right? But for Thailand, it says here, it says all food. What does it mean? They mean if and everything that. What is? Yes. Could you?
Right.
Yes.
So for the Ministry of Public Health Thailand, they set it for all food. So any kind of food like rice, fruit, vegetable, fish, eggs, meat, milk.
Really?
It should not be higher than 2 for the total arsenic. But I think in the near future, we may take back and take a look at our regulation, and we may need to review it once that Codex, the international standard, adopt the new standard on inorganic arsenic. one problem of the country analyzing total arsenic and inorganic arsenic because of total arsenic can be analyzed easily, not much to invest for laboratory. But for inorganic arsenic, the analysis is quite difficult and the laboratory need to invest quite a lot. For white rice, for polished rice, not higher than 0.2. For husk or brown rice,
yes.
not higher than 0.35. You can see that for husk rice, the brown rice, the level may be a little bit higher than the white rice, the polished rice, because some arsenic contaminate in the outer layer of the rice, on the rice bran. So if we polish rice bran, we reduce the arsenic, but also we reduce the
nutrition out also, because it's just a small part of that thing. So listening to you with a smilingly face, so I feel that we're in safe hand. So what do we do what is the role of Thailand in the establishment, the provision for arsenal international standard,
Right.
the codex thing?
So we like I mentioned that we conduct the analysis of 460 samples.
Yes.
That quite lots of sample. Then we submit this data to Codex, that is the forum to set the standard. And just only like 10 country submit this data to Codex.
Okay.
And then Codex take the data, analyze, and then set up proposing the standard for this.
Okay.
I just show the example of the white rice. This is the data of the country that submit to Codex. This is for Polish rice. For Polish rice, only 7 countries submit data. And we can group it into 2 groups of countries. The first group is the country that found inorganic arsenic in the lower level. And the second group is the country that found inorganic arsenic in the higher level. So in the first group, like Australia, EU, US, Canada, and also Thailand, you can see that the first column.
Yes, Thailand is the high.
The first column is the level of 0 to 0.05. So if the graph is on the first column or second column can be low. If it's high in the third or fourth column, it can be high. So you can see, comparing to China and Japan, that the level is a little bit higher than the other country.
So doesn't matter.
Yeah, like for example, that I say the name of country. For example, Japan. You know that Japan have many volcanoes. Some still active. Then the soil contaminated by arsenic higher than our country. So they found higher arsenic in their rice than Thailand.
Well,
and just a little bit set of data. This is the data from Thailand.
Okay.
The left.
Yes.
The left 3 graph is for Polish rice. The other on the right hand side is husk rice.
Husk rice, yes.
Look at the graph simply. You can see that for husk rice, it have a higher contamination of arsenic than white rice. As I explained it a little bit
earlier,
later.
that yes, because for a layman, this is like, we understand that the polish should be more contaminated because you're touching than the grade 1.
So naturally, the arsenic concentrate more on the bran layer of the rice. If we polish the bran out, then the arsenic is lower. But I'm not going to say to you to worry about
better not.
the hash rice that have higher arsenic
Yeah.
because of hash rice also got benefit from higher nutrient.
Oh yes.
So after that we take the calculation or the we call it risk assessment to estimate the risk of the consumer of eating either polish rice or hash rice, whether they are safe or not. Then we take the contamination level, and then we have our database on
Yes,
the consumption of rice for Thai people.
Yeah.
Like the children, how many gram of rice they consume,
consume,
the adult, the male or female of different age. So we got the consumption data of rice and the contamination of arsenic into our assessment. And finally, we can conclude that all age group and all sex, male or female, children or adult, they are safe from consuming rice, Thai rice,
Yeah.
from
So,
arsenic.
for the foreign people who watch our program, how can they be sure when they buy rice? Do you see the symbol of the Q?
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be safe like this? Supposed to be safe? So
Yes.
we request the foreign people to look at the Q when you buy, right?
Yes. So the thing I explained about arsenic is the normal rice grow in Thailand.
Yes.
That we got the data that is safe. Then after that, we also set up the standard of good agricultural practice or GAP, and then GAP is for the farmer, and then we also set the standard of the GMP, good manufacturing practice for the rice mill. And then if the farmer grow the rice according to the GAP standard, and the rice mill process the rice according to the GMP standard,
And you get
then
this.
they can use this one,
This Q. Yes.
the Q mark.
Q mark is the control.
They can
All
use the
right.
Q mark on the product, and when the consumer see the Q mark on the product, they can be sure that the rice is first is safe, second is have a premium quality, good for them, good for value they purchase.
Yes, very good.
And
So, yes.
The last one, the last point, we also create the system of traceability by using the QR code.
Yes.
Apart from the Q mark, if the rice producer like their product to be traced back, they can have this one. This one is the
Barcode.
QR code.
Okay.
So by using this QR code, this one, the consumer can use their smartphone, scan the QR code on.
Yes.
For example, this package of the rice product, they use the
QR code.
smartphone to scan here, and then they can see
What are the
the information, who is the rice mill producer, who is the packer,
Exactly.
and especially the face of the
Of the
farmer
farmer
that
there.
grow this rice.
Very interesting.
So the rice package can be traced back to the
Easily.
farm, and the consumer know where is the origin of the rice. It's good for the value too.
It's good for you, value, and you are feeling safe for the people who live in Thailand, and also for those who getting the food somewhere, so can be sure of this now. Thank you very much for being here. Thailand Today would like to thank Mr. Pisan Pongsathit, Deputy Secretary General of the National Bureau of Agricultural Commodities and Food Standards, who assured that Thai rice is safe for consumption due to stringent safety control in Thailand. Thank you for being here, sir. Thank you for watching Thailand Today. I'm Kusuma Yotha Sumut. Hope to see you again tomorrow. สวัสดีค่ะ